Welcome back. In this video, we're going to put a Mindbody login register link in the main navigation of the Squarespace 7.1 website. So here's an example of what we're trying to achieve. In the main navigation, we've got the normal pages that you would have on your website, and then we have this login register link that if I click it, it launches the Mindbody overlay, which allows people a portal into their Mindbody account where they can log in with their username and password. They can see their billing information, upcoming classes, all of that good stuff. So to get this functionality, which is actually the Mindbody ecosystem working on your own website, we need to use their Mindbody branded web scripts. So if you log into your branded web account, it's at brandedweb.mindbodyonline.com. This is the sub account where you create all these different links and widget functionalities that you're going to put on your Squarespace website. So once you're logged into your branded web account, in this case, we're under the links tab. So if we go under links, the link type is login register. And so that's what we have selected. The other options are the normal pricing links, the gift card links. We'll go over those in a different video. But for this case, we just want the login register link. So we're going to leave it selected there. And then if you scroll all the way down, you'll see this code. So this is the code that you would need to add to your Squarespace website to bring up that portal into your user's Mindbody account. We could copy this and add it to any page with a code block, and we would have that functionality right on the page. But it gets a little more tricky when we're trying to put it in the navigation, because in Squarespace, if you go website pages, you'll see these are the things that are in your main navigation. And if you click the plus icon to add something else, you'll see lots of different options like adding links, adding pages, adding shops, adding blogs. However, what you won't see is an option to add a code snippet, which is what we have from our branded web tools that we need to add. So the way we're going to add this, we're going to add it via site-wide code injection. So under pages, if you scroll all the way down to custom code down at the bottom and you open that up, custom CSS is what we've used in previous videos to make your purchase links look like buttons and do other things to style the Mindbody integration on your website. But in this case, we're going to use code injection. So we're going to open up the code injection. And then you'll see there's a window for header and footer. This is where you add stuff like if you have a chat bot, if you're going to connect your website with Google Analytics, Google Search Console, Google Tag Manager, all of those things go in this code injection area. So we need to add our script from Mindbody here so that it appears on every page of our website and in the main navigation. So I'm going to give you the code to type in there. It's going to be beneath this video. But basically there's two sections for it. There's this part that we're going to copy and we're going to put in the code injection header area. This is the same for every business, so you don't need to edit anything here. But let's just copy that and we'll head back over to our website. We're going to paste that in the header area. Okay, and then we're going to go back to our code. We've got the longer bit of code here. I'm going to copy all of that and we're going to paste this into the code injection footer area. And you'll notice in this highlighted piece, this is where there's some things that you're going to want to change for your business. Where I have X's, it's going to be your site ID, your specific account information. So I'll show you how to update that in a minute. Okay, so first we're just going to highlight all this, head back over to our website and get it in place. So now it's in the footer. Okay, so we have it already. Let's find the values for your specific business. If you go over to your branded web manager, under links, we've got the login register selected. You're going to go down and look at this code. In this case, we're not going to copy it just as is, but we're going to look at the values that are in it. So in this example, I have data site ID 42948. So I'm going to copy that. And then I have data Mindbody site ID 31007. Those are the two numbers I have. So 42948, I'm going to copy that. And that's for this first set of X's that I have. So I'm going to just paste that and replace that with this account info. And then I'm going to get the second set of numbers, which is dash 31007. Some of them have a dash, some of them won't. So make sure you get the dash if you have the dash. And then we're going to put that in the second set of X numbers. And so you see those are both in between quotation marks. Make sure you leave the quotation marks. The numbers should be between the quotation marks. Don't accidentally delete the quotes. And then the other option that you have right here is where it says data inner HTML. There's two other sets of quotation marks. This is where you can change the text that you want to show. So in my example, they were using login with a bar register. In this example, I'm going to use my account. And so you can change what that says if you want it to say login or some other word. All that is what word is going to show. Okay, so we double check that our code down here doesn't have those X's, placeholder X's anymore. It actually has values for both the data site ID and the Mindbody site ID. Okay, and then let's hit save. We'll go back out, and now you can see, now we have it. It appends it to the end of your main navigation. And if I click my account, there you go. It brings up with the portal that I can log in on. This code also works on mobile, so you should see the My Account button also in your mobile menu, and it should get them to the right place on mobile as well. So that's how you add a Mindbody login register link to the main navigation of your Squarespace 7.1 website. Look below this video for the code snippets. Just remember, you're going to have a little bit you're going to put in the code injection header, and you're going to have a bigger chunk that you're going to put in the code injection footer, and then make sure you change the two values that are in the footer area. And then optional, you can change the text for the link. Again, you will find that code injection in your Squarespace website under website pages, all the way down, custom code, code injection.